And motion 4 is Councillors Kenny MacLaren and Burns. Councillor MacLaren.
Thank you, Provost. This is a fairly straightforward motion to congratulate all those involved in the vaccination programme, to encourage everyone to come forward for the vaccination, and to condemn the misinformation regarding the actual vaccine programme. I believe the latest figures for Scotland is that over 1.6 million people have had their first vaccination, and it's now approaching 100,000 have had their second vaccination. I was fortunate to have my first vaccination a couple of weeks ago at the Cllr Medical Centre in Paisley, and congratulating everyone involved in the vaccination programme. I'd like to thank everyone at Cllr for a very professional and swift service. From the receptionist to the GPs, everything went smoothly. It was very professionally set up and extremely well organised, and from what I'm hearing, all other vaccination centres have been running smoothly. The list of those to thank is long, but as the motion states, it includes staff at GP practices, council, RLL, health board staff, as well as various volunteers. It is important, unless you have serious medical reasons, that everyone takes the vaccine when offered. It's the best way to protect your friends and loved ones. We've seen recently the failure of lockdowns, especially in international travel, with an outbreak of the so-called Brazilian variant. Vaccination is the only real option to protect ourselves. There is, however, excuse me, a concern about a recent outbreak of graffiti in Paisley attacking the vaccination programme and calling the COVID pandemic a scamdemic. This is despicable. I mean, it's good that the council's moved swiftly to remove such graffiti, but we all have to be wary of such misinformation. Most, if not all, graffiti is unwelcome, and the costs are borne by council or property owners. However, this goes further, and it's an insult to everyone who's had to stay at home to protect themselves and their loved ones. It's an insult to those who have suffered badly with COVID or who have lost a loved one to this pandemic. And worst of all, it was painted on one of the main routes to the RAH and will be seen by RAH staff who are working long and stressful hours, stressful shifts to tackle this pandemic, with some of them comforting dying COVID patients as loved ones aren't allowed in to see them. Around 125,000 people have died across the UK from the COVID pandemic. And the person who sprayed this insult is insulting the memory of everyone who has died or is currently suffering long-term effects of COVID. I would hope that everyone can support this motion. Thank you.